What's up, y'all? It's your boy DJ Richie Sky back with another video. Yes, Sky Squad, I see you. We are in the building on this good Sunday morning. Let me know if you guys can hear me in that chatterization. Let me know if you guys can hear me in that good chat, okay? Y'all know we got a couple of things to talk about today. I see y'all up in here. I see y'all up in here. Okay, who all we got in the room today? Who all do we have in this room today? Okay, let's see. Okay, great. You guys can hear me. I see we got Wisconsin in the house. Okay, who else we got in here? We got South Carolina, Middleburg, Florida. We got who else? Who else? Who else? Philly, Michigan. I see y'all. New Orleans, Coconut Creek, Florida, NYC in the building. I see y'all. Okay. Um, so who else? UK in the house, Stafford, Virginia. Come on now, come on now. Tallahassee, Florida, DC, Ohio. I see y'all. I see y'all. I see y'all. I definitely see y'all in the building. Okay, so today, y'all, we're going to be talking about that good Real Housewives of Potomac. Gizelle is blaming the entire altercation on Monique Samuels. We got the tea on that. And then we got to talk about, we're going to talk about this first, this whole situation with Nene Leakes. Now, Nene Leakes, you guys know that she has quit the Real Housewives of Atlanta, at least for season 13. So we're going to get into some things that she's had to say over the weekend where she basically claims that Bravo has forced her out of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And of course, at this point in time, she, it seems like, is planning to tell her truth at some point in time soon. So let's get on into the nitty gritty, okay? First things first, let's get into this situation with Miss Nene Leakes. Now, this story is all over the place right now, y'all. It's all over the place right now. And I actually wanted to talk about it yesterday, but I was doing too much running around. But we're going to be talking about it right now. So here's what's happening. And a lot of people happen to capture this on Instagram as well. So if you guys look over to our friends at the Jasmine brand, here is what was captured. So someone says, Nene, can Bravo T give you a spinoff that you deserve? Hashtag Life of Leaks. So Nene responds and says, they don't think I deserve to work at all in any capacity. That's very interesting because when she gave her sort of when she did her goodbye video talking about how she wasn't going to return for this season, she really thanked Bravo a lot, and she really was complimentary to the network. It was seemed like it was an amicable split, even though they could not come to an agreement on what she called an emotional negotiation process. Okay. So it's very telling that now she's saying they don't think I deserve to work in any capacity at all. So then another, I think it's a Twitter user, says, that's Malika, it sounds like they forced you out. Is that the story you want out there? They don't want you to work in any capacity? And Nene Leakes responds, they definitely did. Okay. So this is very, very interesting, y'all, because now we're getting a little bit of different tea from Nene according to the social media. Okay. According to the social media, she's saying they don't think I deserve to work at all in any capacity. So does that mean that they weren't willing to give her any episodes? Like how many we had been hearing that they were allegedly promising her 6 to 8 episodes this season, or what have you. And then there was some talk about another spinoff. So I'm not necessarily sure what to believe at this point, because this seems a little bit conflicting with what she said in her video about the negotiation process and how, I don't know, it just came across like it was such an amicable, split. You know what I'm saying? As amicable as it can be if two parties cannot agree on the negotiation terms. Okay. Now we're going to talk about this in just one second. Marley Boo Matter says Nene was fired and should have taken the route of Teddy Mellencamp. Okay. So I'm going to touch on that briefly right now. Okay. So our friends over at the Peach Report Daily, make sure you guys are following them as well on Instagram. They gave us this tea right here. They captured this post right here where it looks like Nene is saying, Andy said he respected Teddy for telling the truth about her exit. Well, I can't wait to tell my truths. I hope I get just as much respect. Okay. Now, taking it back to Teddy, let's go back to Teddy Mellencamp. What we know about Teddy is that she basically, came out and said that her contract was not renewed with the network. And that was basically it. And she was going to miss the cast. And she said it felt like a breakup. So she was very honest about it. Now, granted, I feel as though Teddy had to be honest about it because at the end of the day, the story broke before she had the chance to get ahead of it. So every media outlet, every blogger, all the sites had that information well before she actually, had a chance to make a statement. So she really had no choice but to, come out and say exactly what the case was, right? So with regards to Nene, she's basically saying that Andy said he respected Teddy for telling the truth about her exit, which he did in an interview. And I think we talked about that. So now she's saying, I can't wait to tell my truth. I hope I get just as much respect. I mean, I kind of wish that she had just told her truth in that video and really let us know what the thing was so we could all just finally put this thing to rest, okay? But it sounds like she's about to reveal some more tea. And so we're just gonna have to wait and see what it is, okay? Hello there says, Nene needs to come out, talk about everything or stop with these riddles, okay? Laura says, shame on Bravo and Andy Cohen on treating your true OG with more respect. Sherilyn, thank you for the super chat. She says, Richie, do you think Nene was trying to keep that relationship with Bravo since it appears she is rebranding herself? Well, this is a good question, Sherilyn. I can only speak from the perspective of someone who, I just look at it like a regular job, right? And I think, when you leave your regular job and you go in an interview with a new employer, typically what you don't say is you don't bash your old employer because your new employer will look at you a little funny because they could think, oh, well, they could bash us. This person could bash us too if they leave us. So it's kind of like you always, to a certain degree, want to make sure you keep relationships pretty copacetic so that you can then, if you ever need to go back to that employer, you kind of just don't want to burn bridges. You know what I'm saying? So it's interesting to me because if she comes out and she basically says, more than what she did, then she runs the risk of burning a bridge. But if she is planning any type of lawsuit, then absolutely that bridge is going to be burned anyway. So I don't really know. It's interesting. Makia says Nene is playing the game. Simple, you take the high road and not burn bridges. Exactly. Okay. And I think that's pretty much that on that. Let's move on over to the Real Housewives of Potomac, since that will be coming on tonight. I gotta tell you guys the honest truth about this situation. I think all year, because this incident literally happened just about a year ago with Candiace and Monique. I think all year we all had been wanting to hear and see what happened and what went down and how it went down, and we was all pumped up about it. But I gotta tell y'all, honestly, in light of everything that's been going on, it's been a rough week for Black people, y'all. It honestly has been a rough week for Black people. And I almost feel like I don't even know if I really am. I'm not as excited to see this whole thing play out as I think I once was. But that's just my thing, neither here nor there. I'm still excited for tonight because I want to see how it all plays out. But I just feel like I'm not as excited, I think, because of everything else that has transpired this past week. If anybody feels me, let me know in the chat. I mean, maybe it's just me, and maybe I don't really know. And someone says in the chat, please don't turn this into a black thing. No, I will turn it into a black thing because I'm a black man. We're watching black entertainers, and it has been a lot of our entertainers that have been in the news this week. So I can't help but relate it back to the black experience for me. And that's just it. And I'm just being 100% real with y'all right now. Like that's just how I feel. And it's been a hard week. So to then, we got to cover this on the channel because that's what we cover. But I just have to be real with y'all. Sometimes it gets a little bit difficult. Okay. That's just the truth. That is honestly the truth. It just sometimes feels so difficult because I feel like, we have to take so much, just from our government, from other people. And now, we got the whole, and I hate to correlate any of this stuff, but it's just hard. That's just it. It's just hard sometimes. But let's get down to what Gizelle had to say, because she is blaming this entire situation on Monique Samuels. So she did an interview with Us Weekly, and she basically says this. She says, I blame this on Monique, okay? She says it was a bad situation. It should have never happened, and it should have never escalated into a physical altercation. She then says this, Candiace is annoying like she really is, but never to the point where you feel like you want to punch her in the face, okay? She also said they have not seen each other or spoken to each other since that day. We've had a couple of things that we need to do as a cast, and they were kept on opposite sides of the room. I'm assuming she means the cast photo shoot and stuff like that. She also says Candiace took it really, really hard. It was an emotional thing for her. And for a very long time, she couldn't even talk about it without crying. They won't be speaking until the reunion, okay? So I want to pull up another thing for you guys just to give you some context about what we're going to see tonight, to give you a little bit of just context as to what's going to happen tonight. So bear with me. I'm going to share the screen with you guys really quickly to give you some tea that the Real Housewives franchise page on Instagram happened to spill about tonight's episode. Give me 1 second, guys. So first thing, I believe that Candiace tweeted out, you'll see everything, all of it. They really left little, if anything, out. It's raw. It's very traumatic for me. I would be lying if I said I'm not okay. I'd be lying if I said I'm okay. I'm not. The level of instability a person has to have to behave the way she did and then double down on it is incomprehensible. So Candiace still maintains her stance on this as she did on Watch What Happens Live. I believe she's going to be on Wendy Williams' show tomorrow. So if you guys are interested in seeing what she has to say about it, you guys can watch Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams, interestingly enough, will be on, what is that? Watch What Happens Live tonight. And then apparently Monique Samuels will be on Watch What Happens Live next Sunday night to give her side of the story as well. And here is what Dave Quinn, who is, I guess he works a lot with maybe the networks and gets a lot of, insider tea and stuff like that. Or he works with either some of the publications, I think maybe like People or something like that. I'm not necessarily sure. I'll have to go back and research him. But he always knows a lot about, Housewives. He says, a warning, y'all aren't ready for the bombs dropping in Sunday's Real Housewives of Potomac. Please take as much time this weekend to mentally prepare yourselves, but trust me when I say you will be shocked by what you see. I'm not even talking about the rest of that to be continued, but that too. So apparently, guys, there is more that is going to happen in tonight's episode than what we actually were expecting to see with this altercation between Candiace and Monique. There's going to be a lot more that's going to happen with the rest of this episode and everything else. Now, I've seen a clip of Michael and Ashley's conversation. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. I've seen the clip of Gizelle and her daughter is celebrating the restaurant. I've also seen the clip of Karen and Ray, okay? But apparently there's a lot more that is going to go down with this situation with Real Housewives of Potomac than any of us were ever expecting. So I'm now looking at this, I'm excited again. You know, I'm kind of like, well, what else are we gonna see? A lot of times, a lot of these Housewives insiders who work for the publications will get the episodes early so that they can preview it to kind of give people a sort of preview as to what's to come. And if this is anything to go by, tonight's episode is going to be epic, okay? It's gonna be epic. So if you're going to be watching tonight, comment in the good chatterization and let me know what you are expecting to see tonight. What do you think he's talking about when he's saying you'll be shocked by what you see, and he's not even talking about the rest of the to be continued altercation? I'm kind of interested. I'm real interested to see how things play out. I've heard some things, but I need to see how it plays out first, okay? But it's this part right here that says, trust me when I say you'll be shocked by what you see. I'm just real interested to see it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, guys. We're going to have a lot to talk about tomorrow when it's time to recap this episode. You know, we're going to do our best on this channel to just talk about what happened on the screen, what we see, how we felt about it. You know, and at the end of the day, I think we'll just have to battle it out tomorrow. You know, we'll figure it all out tomorrow as a community, and hopefully we will be able to maneuver our way through it and come out on the other side of it, because I know that a lot of you guys are really split down the middle with whether or not you're team Candiace or team Monique, and we'll just have to work our way through it as best we can. I think the rest of the season should be interesting, and I'm kind of shocked that we haven't gotten a mid-season trailer, and maybe we will. Thank you so much for this super chat. Fatty Back Soup says Candiace wanted that smoke, Monique fell for it, unfortunately. Yeah. Yeah, it's a tough call, guys. It's such a tough call. And I try to be empathetic to everybody because I understand that everybody has different feelings about it based on what you've seen. But I want you guys to feel free to express yourself, whether you are team this person or team that person as well, because that's why we do this. We can talk about this stuff and we can all leave here. I always say we can all leave here, you know, as still as a community that's still supporting the show. But that's what we got for you guys today. We will just have to wait and see how this all plays out. I am so interested to see what else we're going to be shocked by on tonight's episode. I will be watching with my popcorn, even though, you know, I'm kind of dreading it, but I don't know. That's it for you guys. Let me know in the comments if you're watching this video much later. We're going to talk about Nene more when she releases more information, and we'll definitely be talking about Real Housewives of Potomac tomorrow. Y'all stay safe out there. I want y'all to do your best to get some rest today. It's Sunday. Chill out, enjoy your family. You know, if you need to decompress with a good book or a glass of wine, do so, or read your word and all that good stuff. And make sure you guys like this video and subscribe to the channel if you like Housewives and reality television related content. Y'all know what we're gonna do. We're gonna do it again tomorrow. I will see you guys in the next video, and I love y'all.